This is insane, you guys. I'm shocked by this news. So let me set the stage for you guys. I'm at PT, I'm rehabbing my knee, doing my dry needling, my squats, my lifting, all this stuff, and I get an ESPN notification come across my phone that says Neko Gumake becomes the first player known to join new Project B League in Europe and Asia. Neko Gumake, the president of the WNBPA, in the middle of these CBA negotiations where literally everything is on fire right now in the world of women's basketball. Everything is burning. Nneka is announced as the very first player who will be joining this league that
IA, the president of the WNBPA, dropped a bombshell that is rocking the foundations of the entire sport when I was deep in the trenches of women's basketball. According to MID, the WNBA's future is in jeopardy due to intense CBA talks. She travels to sign a contract with Project B. This isn't simply some fly-by-night exhibition league, I assure you. This program, which is openly establishing itself as a direct rival to the WNBA, is fully supported by Saudi Arabia. Everywhere was rocked by the announcement, which struck like a ton of bricks. It raises the question of whether the WNBA establishment, including those at the top, just had a very unpleasant awakening. The entire situation is causing unheard of turmoil. Furthermore, it's not merely an off-season filler.
Brianna Turner, also Athletes Unlimited. Alicia Clark, also Athletes Unlimited. And then you have Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, who are obviously the founders of Unrivaled. Now, people have been talking about it so much, how Brianna Stewart and Nafisa being at the negotiations table is a direct conflict of interest because their league is Unrivaled. And if the WNBA somehow doesn't happen, it honestly just helps Unrivaled because more players could go to Unrivaled. Now, the plot thickens because there are some big stars. We talked about it in a previous video. There are some big stars like Sabrina Ionescu, like Angel Reese, who decided not to play in Unrivaled this season. Are they not playing in Unrivaled because maybe they got an offer from Project B?
Project B is a 14-week 5v5 league plan for 66 great players in Europe and Asia. Significantly greater compensation and, get this, stock shares are their main draws. They contend that the WNBA hasn't given its players this. It's a financial temptation that is purposefully positioned in opposition to what the WNBA already offers, and it's raising the stakes right away. To be honest, it seems impossible for the traditional league to even attempt to combat this. It's laying the groundwork for a confrontation that will be really explosive. Ogum explained that the remuneration package was the main factor in her decision, emphasizing the equity stake that she said is not typically provided to us. Isn't that a pretty telling phrase? Not typically made available to us. She emphasized how all of the entry-level equity is really eye-catching, something she genuinely supports. The WNBA president's public defense essentially portrays the league as lacking in player investment. League officials are under tremendous pressure to quickly review their player compensation plans or risk having a significant portion of their talent simply leave.
Previous video, there are some big stars like Sabrina Ionescu, like Angel Reese, who decided not to play in Unrivaled this season. Are they not playing in Unrivaled because maybe they got an offer from Project B? I'll just tell you guys this straight up. If it is truly backed by Saudi money, no other league is going to be able to compete, even the WNBA. No other league is going to be able to compete with the amount of money that they will pay players. And the thing is, they will pay these players and they don't care if the league ever profits. They don't care if people watch. They don't care if people tune in. They don't care if there's butts in seats. They're going to pay you an absurd amount of money. And the reason why I know that they don't care about the results is because we saw what happened in Live Golf. If you want to look
in the last video, prominent players like Angel Reese and Sabrina Ionescu made the decision not to participate in Unrivaled this season. Are they not competing because Project B may have made them an offer? I'll be honest with you folks about this. No other league, not even the WNBA, will be able to compete if it is genuinely supported by Saudi funds. The amount of money they will pay players will be too much for any other league to match. The problem is that they don't give a damn if the league ever makes money. They will still pay these guys. If people watch, it doesn't matter to them. They don't give a damn if people pay attention. They don't give a damn about seats and bums. They will give you a ridiculous sum of money. We witnessed what transpired in Live Golf, which is how I know they don't give a damn about the outcomes. If you're interested, the new league plans to start play in April 2027. Additionally, they have deftly planned it such that it doesn't conflict with their regular WNBA schedule. Players like Ogum K may play all year round thanks to this arrangement, which somewhat mirrors her experiences in Poland and Russia prior to the age of 20. It's being portrayed as just another chance for athletes to make the most of their, brief careers. It directly takes advantage of the WNBA's present structure, which pushes many players to go for more money abroad. However, the obvious competition is what actually starts this pandemonium. You see, Project B is boldly announcing its intention to compete with the WNBA, whereas other leagues like Unrivaled have stated they are not. The established dominance of the WNBA is directly challenged by this strong posture. Isn't it a very sharp question? For a split second, do WNBA owners or the league itself think this isn't a clear threat? The answer is simply no. It validates the concerns of many league managers regarding this bold Saudi-backed intrusion into their competitive environment.
If there's butts in seats, they're going to pay you an absurd amount of money. And the reason why I know that they don't care about the results is because we saw what happened in Live Golf. If you want to look at the numbers between the PGA Tour and Live Golf, where they're getting paid exponentially more to play and live, look at these numbers. So the average final round viewership in 2025 for the PGA was 2.66 million on CBS and on NBC. For Live, it was 385,000 on Fox. Head-to-head Sunday viewership on average in 2025, 3.1 million for the PGA Tour, 175,000 on Fox for Live Golf, the highest rated event.
This is where things become extremely messy. The WNBA's intention to forbid players from playing in summer leagues is a significant source of contention in the current CBA discussions. Guess who recently joined Project B? The president of the WNBA. Players who are already under contract with Project B or others facing this predicament will be in a difficult situation if the new CBA ends up requiring no off-season play in exchange for increased wages. Are they prohibited from participating in the WNBA altogether, or do they violate their new, lucrative contracts? The negotiations are being severely hampered by this contractual maze, which is just making players more anxious. The WNBA's top players and leadership have a deep-seated conflict of interest. With Project B, you have Akko Iwamik as the president. Kelsey Plum, who possesses equity and Unrivaled, is another. Athletes Unlimited is another 5v5 off-season league that includes Elizabeth Williams, Brianna Turner, and Alicia Clark. As if that weren't enough, the creators of Unrivaled, Brianna Stewart and Nfisa Collier, are also present at the negotiating table. An enormous ethical maze is being created by this complex web of allegiances. It's making coordinated action for the WNBA's future less likely and, to be honest, extremely concerning for the league.
The WNBA, and I'm not saying she's not. However, they clearly gave her an offer that she couldn't refuse. Project B, which intends to stream its games, will see players competing on a traveling circuit just like golf, tennis, and auto racing. I'm sorry, this is just crazy. Like, we haven't seen anything like this in professional sports, okay? We truly haven't. We want premier cities, and our goal is to create an F1 style TV event. There's a tournament in each city, and at the end of the tournament, there's going to be a champion that all leads up to us potentially crowning the champion of the world.
And the rumors surrounding elite players like Sabrina Ionescu and Angel Reese make the plot even more complex. This season, they conspicuously decided against playing an Unrivaled. Some really heated rumors are being fueled by their absence. Did the Saudi-backed Project B make them an even more alluring offer? The WNBA's reputation and marketability would suffer much more if these superstars were in fact covertly affiliated with this rival league. It would also indicate a more widespread, organized exodus of top talent from the established league. Project B has unmatched financial strength thanks to Saudi funding. No other league is going to be able to compete, even the WNBA, with the absurd amounts they will pay players, a source told me. However, the main distinction is that these supporters don't give a damn if the league ever makes money. They don't care about ticket sales, TNs, or viewership figures. The competitive field is drastically changed by this bottomless financial wellspring, which creates an unfair advantage that threatens to drain off talent solely through unsustainable stratospheric rewards.
top richer. So lastly, this is a quote from Candace Parker. She said, "Basketball has never been just a game. It's culture, community, and connection. But for too long, players have carried the game without a real stake in its future, and women especially have been asked to wait for change. Project B isn't waiting. They're building the future in a global league where athletes have equity, shape the direction of the sport, and bring fans everywhere into the movement." With the momentum that we had coming into the WNBA, I don't think there's any way in hell that they can keep that momentum going to a different league, especially a league that is going to be overseas. Yes, you might get some global basketball fans involved, but I personally just don't see it. And so
It resembles the notorious live golf in certain ways. In contrast to the PGA Tour's 2.66 million viewers on CBS and NBC, the average final round viewership on Fox in 2025 was a pitiful 30,000. Not even 1 million people saw Lev's highest-rated event. However, the players received geometrically higher compensation. This illustrates the potential playbook for Project B. Simply put, outcomes are irrelevant. In any case, the money will flow. It shows a strong lack of interest in conventional sports measures, something the WNBA should be quite concerned about. As a seasoned player and WNBA president, Ogamek's choice may indicate just how bad the league's behind-the-scenes negotiations have gotten. Her signature implies an offer she couldn't turn down, even if it wasn't on anyone's bingo card. The unity of WNBA players is seriously threatened by this move, which suggests that individual financial gain, especially from an unprecedented outside force, may have eclipsed collective negotiating objectives. The WNBA is being used in a very risky situation.
Middle-tier players. It's those players who are coming in on hardship contracts. It's those players who want to stay in the States and their dream was to play for the WNBA. Like, those are the players who are most affected if the WNBA season stalls, if the WNBA season locks out. This Project B is talking about the top 66 players. I doubt that they care about some hardship player who's coming in and out of the league. Their dream is to play professional basketball. They're working for that spot. Project B isn't offering a salary to that player. That player needs the WNBA more than they need. Again, Unrivaled as well is offering spots to the top players in the WNBA. And so
the format of Project B is also quite unconventional. Similar to golf, tennis, or auto racing, it's a traveling circuit. Premier towns holding F1-style TV events with tournaments that culminate in a world champion is what they foresee. Even though it's still 5v5, this reimagining of basketball presentation seeks to provide a worldwide spectacle. Although it is undoubtedly inventive, its success depends on drawing in a worldwide fan base. It's a dangerous idea for a young league, but they're driving it with an unwavering determination to cause trouble. The WNBA is under even more pressure to innovate or risk being left behind. The brains behind Project B. They are Grady Burnett, a former Facebook executive, and Jeff Apprentice, a co-founder of Skype. They are bringing their ethos of equity from the tech industry. According to their belief, employees benefit from the company's success as well. Although this strategy seems attractive on paper, it presents a complicated financial model, particularly when compared to conventional athlete contracts. A stake in the future is promised. However, a good dose of cautious optimism is warranted because its actual value and payout process are significantly more complex than is often believed.
Even placing blame anywhere at this point in time. I'm just bringing this story to you guys because this is honestly one of the wildest sports stories that we've ever seen. In the middle of the craziest negotiations for a new CBA, the president has now signed with another league who promotes their league as the rival league to the WNBA. And again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be getting so bad that NECA's like, you know what? Everybody else at this table, all of these women that I have been fighting for, everyone else at this table is signed with somebody else. Why can't I? Why can't I take a bigger paycheck when none of you guys are on board?
But let's discuss the realities of equity for participants in these new leagues, especially athletes who are unmatched and limitless. It's frequently misinterpreted. These percentages are not very high. Frequently, they are percentages of percentages. It's not as simple as it seems to be paid. Large payouts often only happen if the business sells or goes public, and it necessitates the company's ongoing success over time with vesting periods. The idea of instant millions is debunked by the fact that there isn't an instant cash out, which significantly increases the danger of player investment. The sentiment behind these new endeavors is aptly expressed by Candace Parker, who is cited in an article. "Basketball has never been just a game," she stated. "It's connection, culture, and community." However, players haven't had a genuine interest in the game's future for far too long. Women in particular have been encouraged to hold off on making changes. Project B is not on hold. They are constructing the future. This impactful statement highlights players'